Hey, what's going on, guys? Alan Nafaretti here.
This
I'm
call
going
is
to
being
be
recorded.
calling Trone Jackson. And yeah, I haven't actually had a call with him like a couple weeks ago, and we updated, just launched a site. So I'm actually really excited to have this call because he's been crushing some sales on. Oh no, redo that. We actually just launched an 8-week basketball program that he's launching. And yeah, it's been really sick. He's gotten a lot of calls. He's been working out some stuff. So I'm really excited to have him so we can share some insights for you guys. And then also this serves as the consultation call for him. So kind of knock out two birds with one stone, have his input for you guys watching this, and then also, help him out with his project. Trone, how's it going? Hey, Trone, are you there?
Hey, Alan.
How you doing, my man?
Good, man. How's it going?
I'm doing good, man. I'm just, I was actually doing cardio and the fire alarm went off, so I had to cut.
That's not cool.
I had to cut it short.
Right.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Just got done training for the morning. About to get this list together for the start of this camp tonight.
Okay. Today's the first day, right?
Yeah, today's the first day.
Sick.
Yeah. I got pretty good.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was curious as to what you thought of the pre-sales or how the sales were going, because I know I just put that that event page up and the the event links, and I was checking out like the orders, and it was just like selling like crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I'm actually doing it at a high school. It's such a discount. Like, you're getting 16 sessions for $100. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. But still, the fact that are you driving people to the site to make the order, or how exactly has that been? I'm just curious for anyone who may listen to this, because I record all the consultations I do, or anyone you want to help share some knowledge.
So what I did is actually got with a local high school, and I knew a coach that coached there.
Okay.
And then I partnered up with a strength and conditioning coach, because I don't do that. And then what I did was I made a flyer and had the coach hand it out at their banquet to all the parents.
Okay, the flyer that you put on the website.
Yeah, yep, the flyer that I put on the website. And then I just had, once I got my website link up, I just really directed everyone to the website and had them pay on the actual website.
Okay.
And that's kind of how I did it. So I started off with I basically put the whole program plan together, and then after that gave it to the coach, and then I made flyers for it so they could have something physical. And then after that, pretty much it's just the kids that want to go. So I think the first week we'll probably have, we're not going to have all the numbers done the first week, but I think the second week, after more kids find out about it, they find out who's doing it, then they're going to want to join too. So I think the second week I think I'll get more the second week.
Okay. And I was just curious on your pricing, or if you explained this to the users, because I was reading over it. Are you doing it so that, I guess it's an 8-week program, but are you having dynamic pricing if someone joins next week because they missed the first week, or are you just staggering it so that everyone always gets eight weeks?
No, it's 8 weeks. If you join next week, you join 3 weeks from now, it's so cheap. So yeah. It's just that, you get the 8 weeks. So basically, for you signing up late, I'm not gonna try to catch you up with what the other kids are doing. You're gonna jump in that workout. Yeah. You're gonna have to figure it out. I'll bring you to the side and I'll still give you time and attention.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna lower it. I can't lower it. It breaks down to like $6.25 a section.
Yeah, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, which is ridiculously low.
Yeah.
But the training culture out here is messed up. So you have to get the people in the gym and kind of create the culture that you want, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
So once we create that, then from there we can build on it, and then from there I can also pull clients for individual trainings or my own different group sessions and charge full price.
Okay.
So, and then I also create a database of the kids that are going to, of the kids and the parents' names too, that I get to go to the camp.
Yeah. So you have like a mailing list or something you could like send your email marketing to?
Yep. And then I'm looking to do this probably 3 times a year. So I'll do like a preseason, postseason, and an in-season program.
Yep.
And then it also helps because everyone pays up front. So I get the money in a lump sum, and then I can use that money to invest in different things, gyms and stuff like that.
Yeah, that makes sense. I was gonna say, because last time we had like a full-on marketing consultation session, I was saying like investing in a camera or having some videography set up. Do you have that arranged for this camp?
Yeah, I'm gonna have a person come out that she's actually part of the program at the school.
Okay.
And she's gonna come out and she's gonna do some film for me. I think I want to kind of probably start it the second week as the numbers grow, but kind of do like a beginning. I'll do one for like each session, and then at the end I think I want to put together like a compilation.
Okay.
In a minute. So just like week 1 and start it off with them just doing all the bad, terrible stuff for like 30 seconds. Mm-hmm. And then the next 30 seconds, like week 8, and then showed like how they advanced and stuff like that.
Okay. I mean, I'm thinking like the more content, the better. Though I mean, it depends on what the pricing is you arranged with your videographer.
Yeah.
But I mean, something that you could use to differentiate yourself from the training brand is once you have this content created, you could say to people who sign up, hey, you'll get an email or you'll get access to like a video data bank where you could see this lesson and you could always practice it on your own, like we're in the future.
Uh-huh.
And then eventually, as you kind of keep growing your camps, I don't know if I've discussed like the business model that I've theorized for basketball trainers, but essentially what you want to do is start like scaling your time, similar to how, I guess if I were to refer to what I do for my business is, so I record my consultation sessions, I have recordings of them, and then anyone who's curious about working with Blend Logic, I'm just like, oh, here's a database or here's a video bank of all my consultations. I just send that to them, and then they're like, oh yeah, that was really good, I want to sign up to do a consultation myself. So if you translate that idea to basketball training, like eventually you could have tiered pricing where if someone can't make it to the camp, you could offer like a basketball video database, like for, I don't know, $20, and just have like all these drills. Or you could re-edit the content to kind of make it more structured, instead of like, oh, here's just videos of my camps, here's actual like training exercises.
Okay.
So that's something I would kind of consider, especially if you have a videographer out there, depending on what the pricing she is, or if you wanted to invest in your own camera, something I definitely think would be worth it.
Right.
Because then you could also take that content and you could post it on your Instagram and kind of build hype, build branding of what it's like to train with you.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I would highly recommend it.
So I would, so basically kind of just take all the stuff that we're doing and put it into like a online program that I can sell.
Yeah, so I mean, so I'm actually on my iPad right now. I'll send you this PDF of what I'm about to draw. But so you have an 8-week program, and it's 2 days a week?
Uh-huh.
And how long is it? An hour long?
It's 2 hours. It's actually 2 hours.
So you're working 4 hours a week.
I'm getting robbed, man.
Well, no. I mean, this is like, you could raise your prices the next time you do it, and also, like, you know, this is always how it starts out when you're building your brand. I mean, I had to do something similar when I was working with Jordan. I was actually working for free for like a year, but I was just like learning how to do website designs and stuff like that, marketing and stuff. So you're working so it's basically a 4 hours a week. So it's the 32 hours for the $100. But the thing about your scaling is that it's the same 32 hours no matter how many people join, right? So that's the good thing about it, right? If you have
it's not going to be 32 because the first hour is strength and conditioning, so I won't really be working that. Okay,
so I mean, for the sake of this PDF, so you can review it, I'll just list it out here.
Okay.
So 32 hours is 100, but with every one new sale, it's still 32 hours. So now you see you have like scaling potential, right?
Right.
So what's the max number of people you think you could have in this program? Like 30 in your gym, or
40?
40?
There's 3 courts.
40. Okay, so the analogy I like to give, and is like, now that you already have sales, right? So you're going to be doing these 32 hours anyways, right? So how can you rescale these 32 hours to consistently make you money? Is if you record the content, so the videography, and basically a little more extra effort in terms of like social media marketing. So your videos of the 32 hours, basically it after you record them, they don't take any more time, any more work to show someone a replay. So now you're even reusing that time. So if it takes you like 2 hours to edit something for social media, and then I could help you set up like the lesson program.
Okay.
Or like e-course, right? So now you've taken like the $1,000, and if you resell it forever, technically, depending on the different programs you have, like you have like a workout vault, and you could sell that for like $75 lifetime access. So that would mean like anytime you do a new camp and you come up with new drills, or you're investing in yourself and you're learning how to train people better, this could be something you could sell to the parents, sell to the kids. You could do just the camp replay. So that's another program offering. So maybe even the people who pay, you say like, hey, I'm testing out this new digital program where not only do you guys get access to me at the gym, but you also get access to replays of it so that you guys could practice at home. And it kind of will separate yourself from other trainers, or people will be like, oh, this guy, it's offering more value. So it kind of, raises your brand quality.
That's a great idea. And then with the people that are missing, the people that might miss, then I can maybe give them kind of like what we worked on if I do that.
Yeah, so kind of how I would do the marketing for that is like, so you said you're gonna do it 3 times a week, right? So now when it's like the month before your next version, you ask someone to edit it for you, or you've already edited it, and you start posting. So edit the 32 hours and make like 1-minute clips on Instagram. And then you can start doing like flash sales where you're saying like, I only have 40 spots available, and there's only like 10 spots left or something like that, right? So you could start raising the price that way, So maybe the next time you can make it like 150 or 200.
Mm-hmm.
Have limited tickets. So it's all like it's like a long-term play here, but it's kind of the way to do it. And the way to actually start it is you need to have video content made, because now it like people know what it's going to be like. And then let's say it sells out, right? So let's say you got the 40 people signed up.
Okay.
Then what you could also offer, whoever else wants to join but they can't make it, you could offer them the vault, the lifetime access thing. So then basically they get last training camps and this one's, or so the vault's like $75, and then you could offer like the second version of it, like just that camp for $25, right? So now you have tiered pricing, right? Someone could pay for all the camps you'll ever do. Someone could pay just for that version, and basically you just keep going from there.
I don't know how much. Hello?
Can you hear me? Hello?
Hello?
Hey, can you hear me?
Can you say that again? I'm by my mom's car and my phone connected to her car.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So
I missed like 30 seconds of what you said.
Okay, so where I left off was, so this is the second camp you're gonna run. You did the 32 hours from the first camp and you have it recorded. So now you just have to make edits. So when it's time to start making marketing for your next version, you edit the first camp, and so now you try to get the 40 people, the max people you could join. But then for everyone else who wants to sign up but couldn't make it, let's say you sold out all of your tickets, you only have 40 people, then you advertise that on your website and through your social media campaigns that there's limited spots available. Then you say, hey, all the spots are taken up. You could sign up for an email list so that you could be, so now you're generating like mailing lists. You say, hey, sign up so you can get to know when the next spots are available or for next camps coming up. And then you could also say, like once you generate that email list, you could say, hey, everyone who didn't get to join in my camps, I have a vault, an e-course. We get a lifetime access to any videos I'll make. You get access to it for $75. Right, so any future camps I do, any stuff like that. Or if you're interested in seeing a replay of only this camp that you didn't get to sign up for, it's $25. So now you have two different digital products pricing you could do, and that could be sold an unlimited amount of times, right? Instead of having 40 people max for $100, $150, you could sell to theoretically unlimited amount of people on video for $25 to $75.
Right. I think that's a great idea. One question on how would I, when I'm doing the drills and I'm explaining the drills, what would I do about the audio? Would I voice over the drills, or would I, like, how would I do that part? What do you think is the best way to do it?
Well, if you have this is my mentality. Like, I don't like post edits. Not just because I'm lazy, but because like I think it's just not congruent. If your videographer has equipment to record audio properly, then it should be fine. Where as long maybe if you have like a wireless lav mic, or she's pointing the mic towards you while you're doing the drills, that would be like the best thing to offer. And I think as you grow your business, you could always like eventually start having more edits, better edits, and then start doing voiceovers and stuff like that. But when you do voiceovers, it's like instead of going from 32 hours and rescaling the 32 hours, you're now spending time post camp, making the digital product better, which I mean you should kind of do, but still, if you could get it right the first time, right, then you're that's the ultimate goal.
Right, and then I could just edit out the stuff I need to edit from it instead of having to go back and talk over it and make sure that it's done right and I'm saying the right thing at the right time.
Yeah. Also, it's like, yeah, I'm trying to like kind of frame or prime your mentality, because before you were like, oh, I'll have them come the second week. But really, it's like the more content you have, the more value you could add on these replays because you have more stuff to edit. it's better, to, in my opinion, to have stuff to edit than to not have content and wish you had it.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense.
So I kind of drew out like a business model. I'll start and I'll email to you in this PDF. And my handwriting's kind of bad, but hopefully you can read it. It makes sense. But basically, the grand idea is that you took 32 hours and you turned it into technically infinite hours by reselling the 32 hours as video.
That's a great idea. See, having people like you, man, pays off.
I mean, but not only that, it's like even if you didn't sell the video replays, you could still edit your videos to be 1 minute video clips for Instagram, and that helps your business too, because now people know what it's like to train with you. You don't have to like think of social media content to make. You're just like, oh, I already have content. I'll just need to edit it.
Right. And then that'll really help because I'm about to actually train an AAU program, and I can actually do the same thing with the AAU program that I'm going to train, and then I can resell that to other AAU programs and not even have to go to them. Like, hey, you guys need help with your program, need help training your programs. Here's this. Boom. I could post a minute videos and then do something, basically say I have it online, and I don't even have to go to all of these programs and train them.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, I don't know what you worked out with the videographer, but I invested in cameras. So I wrote down here in this PDF, I'll send you 2 cameras, the Sony a6000 and the Panasonic GH85. I don't know what the budget is, but I figure I'd just recommend those to you. There's also one that I haven't actually got to play with. Solo shot. Yeah, that's what it's called. There's a camera that I saw a commercial from, and I was thinking about recommending it to my other clients. It's called Solo Shot.
Mm-hmm.
And perhaps you may want to invest in it. All these cameras are about $1,000, but this Solo Shot is basically you attach something. If you go on the website, I'll give you a link to it. You basically just put it on a tripod and you wear like a piece of equipment and it follows you around. So if you're at the gym, you put it in the half court line, and let's say you're walking back and forth, it'll automatically pan and follow you. Maybe something you might want to invest in, or if you get good rates for that cameraman or the camerawoman, then you're probably good.
Yeah, I get with this person, I'll probably get good rates. The thing is, I know people that like the one. Yeah, I just need to get the camera, because even then, like I can do both for right now. Like I'll have her start it, and then I'll probably get the camera eventually.
Yeah.
But not having to worry about having a cameraman is like, it's great, because now you can get and record and actually consume unlimited content versus having to work on someone else's schedule. Like, hey, when will you be ready for this? Or when can you do this today? Can you do that today? And that's kind of the problem I'm having, because these camera people aren't just waiting for me to call, like, hey, I have a session. Can you come?
Yeah.
So they have other engagements, especially if they're full time. So that's actually a great idea. Yeah, I'm glad you put those in there. I'm gonna have to check them out.
Okay. And I highlighted one that if I were to make a purchase now, knowing what I know now, it's the Panasonic, because some DSLRs, or most of them now, they only have like a limited amount of recording time, but the Panasonic is based on the size of the memory card you have. So if you were to make an investment, I would recommend that one.
Okay, and so I just set it up and then it just records. It'll follow me and everything.
So not the Panasonic, that's the Solo Shot. The Solo Shot if you go on the website, you'll see how it functions. I actually haven't invested in it myself, so I can't give you like an in-person review, but I do have the Sony a6000, and that's what I use for my consultations, and I'll send you a recording of this consultation that I'm doing right now with you, because I record everything. But basically, even when you're watching this recording, it's literally the same kind of concept or business model that you could start doing for your business. Is like you're gonna be like, oh, I'm watching this consultation that Alan did, and like it's helpful to rewatch it, and then he kind of resells it in a package for his academy. So yeah, I kind of noticed that like when I first started consultations, had all these ideas of like what needed to be done, but by implementing it myself, it was easier to just share like the idea.
Right.
So right now in the video, I'm on the website soloshot.com, and I'll send you a link to it. But basically, you could kind of see how it's just like a camera that goes on a tripod and it automatically like adjusts or it moves, and it also zooms in too. So it's pretty sick. I guess
I'm going to the website right now.
Oh, okay. The last thing I'll add is like notes to do. Because I was actually consulting with one of my other clients, David Nurse, and we were talking. Basically, everyone I'm working with now, I'm highly recommending they start a blog or personal branding. And I saw on your website, on your Instagram, you made your last post, or one of your latest posts was LeBron James spends 1.5 million a year on his body. And that was actually the client I have. He knows Andrew, the guy who made that tweet on Hoops Hype. So I thought it's like a small world because I saw it on Reddit. But basically, I would recommend starting a blog section. And one of the ideas I would have for your blog is just you speaking in the camera about investing in yourself and how LeBron James does it. I'll send you a link to some of the blogs I've written to kind of get ideas of how it's really just speaking in front of the camera and just putting yourself out there. Because basically, as you speak into the camera, you get used to it. You start sharing your ideas. You start sharing your branding. People get used to you, and it's really just.
I should do a video blog, or I cannot write.
Both.
Both. All right. I hate video, man. I'm not a camera guy. I'm like the behind the scenes guy.
For now.
My partner, and then I also have a partner. You haven't met him. Well, you really haven't met me in person, but I have a partner too. So we've kind of put the brand first, but we've been talking a lot about our faces being more out there. Because there's certain people, like they'll walk in the gym and then they'll be like, "Oh, you trained?" And then I'll be like, "Yeah, I trained you." And then I'll be like, "Oh," I was like, "Yeah, I trained." I was like, "I follow you on Instagram." And they'll be like, "Oh, what's your name?" I'll be like, "Train with ASAP." He was like, "You're training with ASAP?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like, why'd you say it like I'm some type of celebrity? I'm just a trainer.
Yeah.
Like, "Oh, I didn't even know that was you." And it's just kind of crazy. It's like, what? Like, yeah, I look at all your videos. You're doing good stuff. And give me all these compliments and things like that. But
yeah,
that's been. I think that's actually that blog idea is great because I might not do the LeBron thing, but we've been talking a lot about the women's basketball. So I've been on a couple different sites talking about how basically, like if you look at the women's basketball tournament for March Madness, the Final Four games, way better. So you had one game that went into overtime or double overtime, and was won by a game winner. And then the national championship game was also won by a game winner from the exact same person.
I saw that. That was actually sick. Right. I didn't know that the one before that was from the same person.
Yeah, from the exact same person. I watched. So, you watch ESPN First Take?
I don't.
Okay, you heard of the show, though, with Stephen A. Smith? And
Yeah.
So, they don't come on the weekends, but, that game was on, let's say, Saturday. Or it was on Sunday. It was actually on Sunday. It was on Sunday. So, as I'm watching ESPN First Take, they don't even mention the women's Final Four. They don't even mention it. Like, they don't say anything about it on the whole First Take show, and this is a sports show.
Yeah.
But instead, the Villanova game last night was a blowout. Wasn't a good game. Villanova controlled the game from start to finish. Complete blowout. Wasn't even interesting.
Yeah.
and they're all over. They're just all over ESPN, all over First Take, and I just don't. I don't understand.
Yeah, so I mean, it's also like just that idea or just you speaking about it could be put on the article or your blog. And something I'll mention is like what's happening, right? Is like, how they always say like ESPN's losing money, all this stuff is
Uh-huh.
basically technology has advanced in such a way that you cut out the middleman, right? So Stephen A. Smith doesn't
Right.
need ESPN. If he wanted to, he signed a
He could start his
contract.
own thing.
He could just start his own thing. But the thing is that
Right.
anyone could also start their own thing. So it's almost like this idea that it's better to start now and start building that brand loyalty, because besides just having a personality or not, or lack thereof, there's other things that could put you over the edge and start monetizing your thoughts and ideas. And one of them is building trust, which involves consistently putting content out. So I actually work with a lot of people who kind of are starting out, and at least this is the advice I tell them because I think it helped me when I was starting out. As take it as you will. That people would say, or I would also pass this along, is everyone goes through that initial fear of not thinking they're not a camera person or thinking just initial doubts. But to me, when someone said like everyone goes through it, and especially when I heard like kind of Jordan allude to the same thing, it's like I just need to overcome it, and other people went through it, but the way that they got there in YouTube or whatnot is just pushing past it. So
Yeah. See, my thing is, I can talk to people in front of a camera. I just struggle when it's just me and the camera.
Well, so
Like if you put a camera.
I would do based on that is if I would just have like a fireside chat with your business partner.
Okay.
You guys are talking, chatting away anyways, and just put a camera there.
Okay, yeah, that'll be good. I was looking at this. I'm actually looking at this. You got a backpack? I'm actually looking at this. You don't have a jacket? Okay. I'm looking at this camera that you showed me, and I'm thinking about getting that.
The solo shot?
Like soon.
Yeah,
Hey.
I would look up more reviews.
Yeah.
Because
Thank you.
That
Have a good day.
I would look at more reviews. I actually looked into investing it myself because I do a live stream every 2 weeks. I don't know if I told you about that. So I launched like an academy, and I do book reviews every 2 weeks. And one of the things I needed was like other cameras, and I was like, I might as well get this one because this camera looks dope. But yeah, the solo shot.
Say that one more time. The last part.
I was thinking about getting the solo shot too because the camera looks dope, and I just film out of my apartment. So as I'm walking around and moving, it'd be kind of cool to have shots like that.
Oh yeah, I need to. I like the way that it says that it goes for 4 hours. With you can basically go for 4 hours without putting without like touching it. So you can just like let it rock for like 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty cool too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
So yeah, I think I need to get a camera.
Yeah, and then especially you could just like test it out, see how it does in the gym, see how it does in person. Think about like I think a camera is so versatile because not only could you use it for at the gym, but also your blog posts. I don't know, like making this radio show or type of radio show that you're thinking about making. Because yeah, really how it is in YouTube is like as you start learning the ins and out of YouTube and learning how to kind of finding your voice, finding your camera personality, and then also there's some technical parts of YouTube like how to put the right keywords, how to make the right like YouTube titles to catch people's attention, how to make thumbnails, all that stuff, which I could teach you. You'll find your groove, and yeah, like I said, the middleman is not necessary anymore. So you have people like I don't know if you know what Twitch is, like the gaming streaming platform. You know what that is?
Say that one more time.
It's called Twitch. It's for
platform.
It's for like video games. Technically, is what it started out for, but it's expanded. But it's for like streaming video games. But there's this guy called Ninja who makes $500,000 a month because basically, you just go straight from talent to whoever wants to purchase, right? So you no longer need like ESPN. You no longer need to go to televisions or radios and say, hey, can you play my ad, or can you play my radio show, or can you do this or that? You're just like, I'm just gonna go straight to the people. And when you cut out the middleman, you allow yourself to be discovered, and you allow people to pay you.
Yeah. Ow. I just stepped on a tack. Yeah, I like that idea. Yeah, I gotta start a blog. Actually, I actually know how to start a blog though. What site do you think that I should use to start this blog? Like Adobe Spark, or what do you use for yours? Wix, or can I do it on a website, or I just put a link?
I would just do it on the website I set up for you.
Oh, do it on WordPress, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know how to do it on WordPress. That's why I said Adobe Spark, because I know how to set up a blog on Adobe Spark.
I mean, it's pretty simple on the WordPress. Like if you go I can make a video for you, but you can also like send me a blog post, and then like I'll set up the initial ones for you, so you can kind of see how I set it up, and then kind of take over from there.
Okay, can I do a post? Does my first post have to be the video?
Not necessarily, but I just
But
recommend,
you recommend,
I recommend doing video, because like when you do video, you get two forms of traffic. So you get one is that, not everyone learns from reading text. Some people are visual or auditory. So when you make a video, you could get those people as well, who learn by visual or even if they just listen while they're reading your article. So you could hit all methods of learning. And then two is the way that people get to your site is, one is through Google. So that's why you want to write text. And so after you've built up your website with enough blog articles, you can start getting Google traffic. And then the other thing is you're also building up your YouTube traffic potential and your branding, because YouTube has like recommended videos, or they call it YouTube SEO. So you're essentially hitting two birds with one stone. You're knocking out YouTube potential, and you're knocking out Google search potential. And then also what I do is the same type of scaling methodology that I talked about for your camps, where you can make 1 minute versions and put it on Instagram or make a tweet about it. So now you're getting traffic to people on your site through Instagram, social media, and it's kind of like the most efficient way to grow your brand and business.
Right, because I'm hitting everybody at kind of the same. All right, yeah. I'm going to do I was actually talking with a trainer about this whole girls basketball thing. He did a YouTube video on it. So I'm going to try to get with him. We just kind of met through the phone. I'm actually going to try to get him together, and then me, him, and my partner can actually set up and do the blog maybe this weekend.
Okay.
Do a video of just us three talking about the topic at hand.
I definitely think it's better to just like start than as long as you officially set it up. Because I actually like experienced that, where like, I'm trying to get friends together and whatnot, and now I'm just like, all right, if I have something I'm going to talk about, I'm just going to talk about it. But yeah, it does make it easier when you get like an accountability and people to, agree to talk.
Yeah.
I mean, even I'll jump on the call with you if you want.
Okay. Well, the thing about it is that it's going to have to be me and my partner on it, because I don't want to introduce it like I'm just the whole ASAP brand.
Yeah.
So, the first one we would have to be on it. But this other trainer is he's like a big trainer in our area. A lot of people knows him. Works with a lot of kind of like WNBA players, NBA players, like top high school players.
Yeah.
So I think that it'll also drive good traffic for us. And it was just something that me and him are already planning on getting together and talking about.
Okay.
So when we get together, I'll just bring the camera, put it on video, and then I'll post mine on my blog, and he can post his on his. type of thing, you know? That's why I was thinking about it. That's why I said him. Like, that's why I brought it up. But if you think that it'd be better for me to just go ahead and do it on my own, then I'll take your advice.
Well, what I'm basically saying is like it's just like the same thing you realize with a cameraman, in that sometimes when you set up things and you have it's also relies on other people. It becomes like if they bail, it becomes easier for your mind to be like, okay, I guess I'm not going to do it. But if you're just set
Right.
up to be like, okay, I don't need them technically, and I want to make content because I can make content, you start having this crutch. And it'd be nice to have them, but if they can't make it, I'm going to make it anyways.
Right. That's probably what I'll do. I'll try to set up a date to make it with them this week. If we can make it happen, then we'll make it happen. But if we can't, then I'll just do it myself.
Yep.
Because my ideas are my ideas at the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I need to have a more conference call with you.
I was actually going to tell you, I could send you like, I don't know if you wanted to sign up for like a marketing retainer or you wanted to sign up for my academy course. I'll give you both the links. I think right now I'm doing a special on academy for like $50 a month. And then for my marketing retainer, it's about like $100 an hour. So you could set up or let me know like the hours or the time you want to meet. But basically, if I were to kind of give you like a testimonial of the people who I'm working with, I would say it's like a form of accountability. So what I like doing is one of my latest live streams I did was on the book from Alan Fine, You Already Know How to Be Great. And the premise of the book is that he was a tennis coach who turned into a business coach. And he implemented his ideas of training and how to become a better trainer, and then eventually how to run a better business. And one of the things that he talks about is setting SMART goals. So it's specific, measurable, actionable, reasonable, and timely. So every consultation session I have, usually weekly or bi-weekly with my clients, I say, hey, what do you want to knock out in this meeting? And what do you want to set verbally as what you're going to do for your business? And that way I always check up on them and be like, hey, let's review what you did. And then like, what happened? Why didn't you do it? I know it sounds kind of like being like a overhead looking at them, but sometimes that's what people need, is like an accountability, someone to push them, generate ideas. So yeah, I'll give you information on that. I'll also write it up on the PDF as well.
Okay, yeah, I'll take that information. That'll be good for me.
And
but yeah,
I'm doing a live stream this week. If I'll just send you the link info if you want to check it out. I think I'll do it on Friday. And then if you like this stuff, I have basically the same thing I just explained for your thing. I have a vault with all the live streams I'm doing. And then I also, basically the point of the course was to teach people how to start a digital marketing agency the same way I like what I did, like how I'm working with people. But a lot of the people that are in it right now came from Jordan's website, and they're using the information I'm teaching to kind of get a better understanding of digital marketing and how they could implement it themselves. But I also kind of share with them that, as you're building, like for Train with ASAP, as you're building this business, you can start thinking long term. You could kind of be like, sharing your story maybe years from now or a couple years from now. There's always people who are trying to be like, I guess, like you or like Jordan. And as you say, hey, this is what I did. I could teach you how to do YouTube blogging. I could teach you how to do all the stuff that I've done, all the networking, and just put it in a course. And that could be another digital product that you offer on your website.
Yeah, like Jordan's course.
Exactly.
Exactly, like Jordan's course. Yeah, that's a great idea. And then I've seen Michael Lancaster. He actually has one where he has a course also where he teaches all his terminology. I think it's a little bit different than Jordan's, but he has one too. But his is like $1,000, or it's like $100 a month for 12 months, like $250 deposit, and then it's $100 a month. But his is more so about the training and the science of basketball, and because his philosophy, not his philosophies, but the way a lot of people say that he's a gimmick trainer, but I don't think that's true. So a lot of the science that he puts into his drills and things like that, he's kind of going over.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually, I think, so his is like $1,000. You get the online course. Comes out to like $1,250. But he also has one where you can actually go to his facility and stay at his facility for like a week. It's like $1,500, and you go and you can stay for a week. And I was actually thinking about doing it, but I don't know.
Where is his place?
Michigan. Yeah.
How many?
So I was actually thinking.
How many Instagram followers does he have?
Probably millions.
That's a lot.
Yeah, like he's one of the top guys. Everybody knows who. Every trainer should know who he is. If you're a trainer, you don't know who he is. You just haven't really kind of like studied your market. But his training program's called I'm Possible. If you want to go look at it.
Oh, I've heard of
I'm
that.
Possible training. Yeah, him. Like he has different things that he's created as far as like training equipment, cones. Like you see those black cones with those, like they're all black, and then they have like a little red stripe around the top.
No.
If you're ever looking at a training video and you see a cone, those are called rip cones. Those are his cones. Like he created those cones to actually slide on the ground and stuff like that. So.
Cool.
Yeah, so he has his stuff he's just like real innovative with the stuff that he does, and it's kind of cool to watch. It'd be great to learn from him. So I was contemplating going. I know for sure that I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna spend $1,500 to go because it end up being like $2,000 when you flying out there.
Yeah.
But only good thing about that is you get all the content and everything in a week.
Okay.
But then you have to spend $2,000, and then you miss out on money not being here for a week.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I have to think about it.
Yeah, I mean, I would say, okay, here's my mentality on investing in yourself and courses and stuff like that. It's like you can literally always re-leverage the fact that you invested in yourself to other people who have the same mentality of investing in themselves, right? So,
right.
Like literally this last month. So I don't know if I told you my life story, brand story. I quit my full-time job. I've been doing Blend Logic for about 3 months now, but I started Blend Logic as a side time gig like 2014. So in that time, like I've invested, like I paid for online courses like $10,000 for one course one time. And then like literally I'm still doing it. This year I just invested in Jump Cut, which is it's like a YouTube academy, and then Billie Jean Marketing, who's out in San Diego, who actually one of my clients is like middle school friends with him. It's really crazy. I kind of asked him if he could set me up to like get the courses for free, but it didn't work out, so I just invested. It's like $15 for that. Damon John's course, the People's Shark on Shark Tank, he made a course.
Yeah, I like Damon John.
Yeah, he's really awesome. I actually like that. I saw his thing on Billie Jean, and I invested because like it was like a pricing package deal. So I have his course that I've been going through, and I mean, like for some people, that it's like they either get it or they don't, right? So either I'm telling you this stuff, and you're like, "Huh, Alan's investing in himself," and like that makes me want to do business with Alan, or people will be like, "Oh, I don't believe in that stuff," and like you got ripped off, and like you're a fool for investing it. And then you don't want to work with
you can never go wrong.
Well,
yeah, you can never go wrong
investing in yourself. And so when I say that, and then that's what they reveal themselves to be. Then it's like, oh, I'm glad you showed that, because I don't even want to do business with you because we don't have the same mentality, we don't have the same vibe, right? So what I'm kind of sharing you with my mentality is, yes, you should still be reasonable and like you have your finances in order, but you can always like take that $2,000 and the I'm Possible, like whatever that experience is, and you could find ways to re-leverage it. Either it being like, hey, I invested in myself. Like down the line, if you make a course and you're like, hey, I invested in I'm Possible, and it was worth 100% all the pennies, and then like you're reselling the information you learned from there to be, as you make your online presence, or something that
Right.
I would say. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's like more advanced people, but people who are more used to speaking in front of the camera. Is if you were right, then you would have no problem taking out your camera, flying out to Michigan, recording yourself flying out to Michigan, having blog topics as you're at the place, and then as you're at the conference or whatever it is, making a blog article every day about what you're learning. Then that's like doing it while you're there is even more congruent, right?
Right.
But some people aren't there yet, right? I understand. Like, I know where people come from. I'm not even there, right? Like, I don't make blogs every day. And I don't know. Something I put in one of my courses was like I invested in the Sony A6000 4 years ago, and I was talking about it when I was going on my rant. Like, I think it was on my live stream, one of my things. And I was like, if you look at my YouTube video, I've had it since 2014, and my first YouTube video was 2017. So it's like even if you you'll always come up with crutches, right? So that's why I was trying to tell you, like, don't set yourself up to have a crutch by saying, oh, I need my business partner to be the face of the camera, right? Or have some other people be in the podcast, because at the end of the day, it's like
it's on me.
Yeah, it's on you, right? So
Hello?
Yeah, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. It's life, man. It's like it's always in the back of your mind of like what you think you should do, and then like actually executing on it. So.
That's my first time. I was sleeping.
Yeah, I gotta get it done. But Alan, I have to go to this family dinner. Well, it's not dinner; it's lunchtime, right? It's family lunch right now, and I just walked in a restaurant. Let me can you make sure you send me the PDF, and then make sure you include the marketing stuff on there, and
the Academy link. I'll send you that.
Yeah, the Academy link.
Yep.
And all that stuff.
Yeah. Also, I'll send you the last live stream I did, so I'll send you the replay of that.
Okay, cool.
And then also, like, I want you thinking about in your mind as you're watching this, not to just be a consumer, but realizing that I'm implementing the things that I literally just told you. Right? So I did a live stream, and I'm sending you a replay of it, which cost me 0 time. Right? It's the same idea that you need to start building up.
Okay.
All right, Trone, you have a good one.
All right, you
Enjoy
too.
family, man.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, guys, that was Trone from ASAP Training, and I'm about to jump on another call actually, but really, I want you guys thinking who watched this in Jordan's course, who watched this in building your own agency, is 1 minute. I'm texting my next client, Spencer Levy, out in LA, works for Jordan Lawley. It's just thinking about it, it's like, there's things with the mental mastery course that I put in, like not having crutches, not relying on anyone but yourself. In the end, yes, it's nice to have partners and to build stuff up, but at the end of the day, you either use it as an excuse or a reason why you didn't do something, or eventually you just realize that everything in life is you're responsible, it's on you, and it's like having the accountability mindset. Stuff that I really learned from Alan Fine's book, You Already Know How to Be Great. And then really, I want you guys understanding the business model of what you're actually watching here is, I like to make content that is not necessarily like specifically made just for you guys. It's stuff that I'm either getting paid to do anyways, or implementing, or I was going to do it anyways, right? So it's documenting and not creating, right? So this consultation session, if I make edits of it, or if I just post the whole behind the scenes, it's nothing is, I'm not manufacturing it. Maybe this ending rant or this ending video part is, but I send this to everyone I do my consultations to anyways. So really just figuring out the technologies, how to set up videos, how to set up, you saw the iPad mirroring so you could see what I'm writing on my iPad Pro. that's stuff I offer in the consultation sessions, and really just brainstorming strategy, and how you could actually. I think it's, if I were to kind of say what the state of marketing or the state of business growth is today, it's all the same basic idea, but how you implement it and leverage the client's personality and the client's ideas is how they express themselves. But at the end of the day, it's building content out, making content, documenting content, making stuff on camera, uploading it to social media, and letting that serve as leverage for you either selling in-person products or digital products. So Trone, watching this video, I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to send the PDF and I'll send all that content in the email. Anyone else watching this video in my academy or in Jordan Lawley's program, hope you guys enjoy, and definitely sign up for the Calendly link or check out any of the links I post for the academy. I'll see you guys on the next one. This is Alan from Blend Logic. Take care, guys.